Okay, so now let's actually run through how you would do a schedule. I have a student volunteer, Caleb. He is actually we're going to do a run through to show you how to do the scheduling system. So the first thing you're going to do when you log onto that website is you're going to see the sign-in screen. So right now I'm going to have Caleb sign into the screen. And the directions, your username is your ID number and your password is the same password you use to log into any of this school's computers. So he's going to click on sign in. It's going to say welcome back. So Caleb is our volunteer. So make sure you're the right person when you sign in. It's going to give you some things, some pointers on how to register. So it says prior to using this website, you should have reviewed, just like we said, your transcript, graduation requirements, the course bulletins, and put everything on your worksheet because you're going to see how important it is to have that. Once you've completed that, use your worksheet to sign in. So we're going to go through a sample schedule of how to do this. So the first thing he's going to do is scroll down a little bit. And the first thing you're going to see is lunch, counselor, and homeroom. Everyone has to have a lunch, you have to have a counselor, you have to have a homeroom. They're pretty much populated for you already. If you are a student that will be taking a 9th period class, that is the first thing they're going to ask you. So if you are CAP or Magnet or a student that wants to take a 9th period class, you will choose those. If you are not going to take a 9th period class, this is where you would click on the edit button. The pencil is the edit button. So he's not actually going to click on it because he is a student that needs 9 periods. But if you're not, you have to choose something called class activity to fill in that spot to make the schedule work. Doesn't mean you're taking a 9th period class. It's just basically like a filler, and it's called class activity. So I'm going to have him cancel it because he's taking a 9th period class. All right. So it's a scroll down screen. It's very easy. So I'm going to have him scroll down, and it's broken up into the different subject areas. So the first one is English. So for him to pick his English class, he's going to click on the edit button, and it gives every option available to him as a rising junior. So for example, if he wanted to take English 11, he'd have to sign up for A and B. So he's going to sign up for both. If your teacher has given you a recommendation, in the alert section, you would see the current teacher says they recommend him for this one. So you might see a lot of recommendations on those screens for you. He's going to click OK. And so now you see it shows up. That's what he's chosen for his English class. So now he's going to scroll down and we'll do social studies. Same thing, he's going to click the edit button. And then he's going to pick a social studies class. Typically as a junior you take world history. So he's going to pick a world history class that he wants. And then he's going to scroll down and click OK. And there it shows up. So now you know he signed up for 2 half credits. So now let's do science. Excuse me, we'll do math. So let's do math. Same thing. So Caleb, what math class do you need to take next? Do you know? All right. So he's going to take calculus. So as you can see the trend, you remember, pick both semesters, click OK, it's going to show up. So let's do science. All of his selections, and he's going to pick something that he's interested in or based on graduation requirements. So he wants AP Bio. OK. So that's his English, social studies, science, and math. Then, based on your worksheet, graduation requirements, he might need foreign language, English elective, social studies elective, things like that. If you're in the Magnet or the CAP program, there's screens for that. If you're in ESOL, there are screens for that. They separate all of them. So I'm going to have him scroll all the way to the bottom. So let's say he thought he was finished. Let's go back. You have to have between 6 and 8 credit hours for it to work. Right now he's requesting 4. So I'm going to have him click Submit. OK, so he's made his selections. Now we need to push Submit. So he scrolls all the way to the bottom of the screen, says you have to have between 6 and 8 credits. He has 6, so we're good to go. So click Submit, Caleb. So this is great. So now it's going to show him exactly everything that he has signed up for. So just remember, this is live until February 20th. What we want you to do is to go on as soon as possible, make your selections, meet with your counselor, we'll kind of finalize it. We are asking that after you finalize it with your counselor, even if it's still an open document, that you not go back and change it without prior speaking to your counselor so that we know you're making a change. This way he can review that he has his counselor, his lunch, English, social studies, math, science, the homeroom, and then all of the electives. Down at the bottom, you can actually do specific alternates. For example, let's say he doesn't get his first choice of African American literature. He can go back into where you entered your selections and do an actual alternate for that course. So you can do that for all of your electives. That way, when they actually roll over the scheduling, you don't get your first choice, then we know what your second choice is. So this is a brief overview. Please log on, practice. If you have any questions, we are here to help you through this process. And thank you to Caleb for being our student to do this today.